Welcome to another episode of the APWA Roving Reporter. In this episode, City Engineer Nicolás Bosonetto and Lead Construction Designer Uday Manepalli show us how Kansas City's historic West Side enhanced mobility, safety, and quality of life along a high-injury network known as Southwest Boulevard.
This project really came from the community. This all started with a community meeting regarding the fountain that's no longer operational. The community was really upset that the city hadn't invested in infrastructure in this neighborhood. So we listened to the community and we went out and we got a Planning Sustainable Places grant to do a corridor study.
There was the community in the west side, they wanted some improvements, infrastructure improvements, basic improvements like streets, sidewalks and all. They came to we call it as a kayak meeting where community can come and advocate for their projects. So during the course of the planning process, I met the community here and then we started working on improvements.
They do want us to invest money in providing better infrastructure, both water, the transportation, flood control infrastructure. But at the same time, they want to keep it undeniably West Side. They wanted to keep the Latino, the Mexican culture.
And so the goal is to finish this by the time FIFA is here.
That's right. So World Cup is next year, starting in June. I think it's important when people come to America to see like the local flavor, the Mexican American story, the African American story, and I think Kansas City has that to provide.
Did you find it difficult to build trust with the community? Were they reluctant to trust y'all? How did that process work?
So initially everyone has an apprehension about any city or any public improvements. That trust actually built over time, I would say. It didn't happen overnight.
Sure.
But just working through the community, listening to them, and they understand if they have an issue, they could call us.
How does this project align with the city's Vision Zero initiative?
Right, so we have a very strong Vision Zero initiative. We identified this corridor as being a high injury network.
So injury network is the area or the corridor where we have high number of fatalities and or crashes in the city. So we want to make sure anyone who is traveling on this corridor is safe, regardless you are a bicycle, pedestrian or a car.
That's exactly what Vision Zero is about. Calming traffic down, reducing the speeds, and providing safe, accessible for all modes of transportation.
My role was to look at the designs and say, hey, these are the things you want to consider. And after there are hundreds of drawings and hundreds of plans, my role was to make sure we broke the ground.
Yeah.
And my role is to make sure we get it on time before World Cup.
One of the big factors that we talked about during the planning stages was the art. We're going to be trying to put the Las Tarascas statues, which is a gift from our sister city in Mexico.
Nick educated me that it represented the heritage and also represented a part of the indigenous people of Mexico.
Sort of like as a focus point for tourism and for people to come and have beautiful statue to look at and then frequent all the restaurants and coffee shops and businesses.
Hopefully by the end of the project we will be able to create that environment where people can have a good time in the evening but also be safe walking or driving in the community. Those are the two goals. I think if that happens, then I think we achieved our goal.
By reimagining Southwest Boulevard, Kansas City isn't just improving infrastructure, it's creating safer, more connected spaces for the people who live, work, and travel there every day. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on the APWA Roving Reporter. To dive deeper into the tour, simply scan the QR code to check out the full article in the APWA Reporter.